Hey y'all, welcome back. Finally, right? My name's Amy and this is my channel of cross stitch and random because that's what we have. Instead of doing a floss tube to try to update y'all, I figured WIP Parade, anyone? There's a lot. There's going to be a lot of pauses because I have to get more stuff. This is just drawer one. It's just one. So let's start. There's no order. It's not in timeline order. It is what it is. This one is, and heads up, I'm going to stop signing because it's a lot of moving of the hands. So Sir Thomas, Glendon Place. Got this from my girl Brandy, bought the whole kit from her. And I'm using 18 count Ada Baron by Be Stitch Me, which was in the winter box from last year. Started this on March 20th. Oh, and here's where he's at. He's going to take up half the fabric. When I started this one, y'all, I could not stop. And I have to remember to look, my camera's over there, not over there, because I had to flip my phone because my phone's almost dead. So there we go. Sir Thomas, and he's so handsome. So fancy. Okay, so there's that. I will do life dates, updates, what's been going on, what's taking me so long to get back, all that good stuff. We're going to do all that at the end, so if you can patiently hang around. I'll try not to do too long with the whips. So there's that. I did not put my paper back. I also use these, which are a super big help. These are my trackers, my daily trackers. It's a 5-year plan. These are from my bestie, S Ward Designs on Etsy. You can find her there. She has all sorts of, come on, Linda. Linda, have you missed her? There we go. She's on Etsy. She came up with this genius idea, and I need 50,000 of them. I'm just saying. This one is called I Remember. I started this in August of 2019. This is on 18 count Ada Havana by Color and Cotton, and I have the border done, and I have worked on this one a little bit. 2 days this year so far. She needs a little more love. This is one of the ones honoring my mom. We just celebrated her, oh, I guess I should say all that too, huh? Today is July 18th. July 18th. How did we get here, people? How did we get here? Yesterday was my mom's celebration of 2 years of being gone off the earth. And so we just had a real good day. We started our Betty Boop puzzle in honor of her, all that good stuff. This is called Christmas Pudding, and it's in one of the magazines. I use the Readly app, so I just get to scroll through all the different magazines. But this is on Ledger 18 count Ada by Be Stitch Me. And I did this for one of the prompts, which is another thing we're going to have to talk about soon. All I got in was the border. And that's okay. I cannot wait to get back to every single one of these, so I'm going to try not to repeat myself over and over and over again when I say, man, I really need to get back to this one. But that's how I feel about every single one of them, right? Right. This one is Coffee House, The Love Collection by Franny Ritter of Franny Ritter Designs. I don't know why I wrote that down twice. This one is the Stud Muffin. It's on Be Stitch Me Pumpkin Pie, and it was September 2020 Fabric of the Month, and that's my start. I plan on doing all 4 of them and then figuring out how I'm going to frame them in the kitchen. But they're super cute. Again, these ones right here, this little stack that I'm showing you, these are all from a magazine from somewhere, off of Readly. This is Adventure Awaits by Emma Congdon. Now this one I have written down, World of Cross Stitching, April 2016 magazine. It's on 18 count Ada, called My Precious by Be Stitch Me. That was in a winter box. And here we go. I worked on this for 5 days, it looks like, and that's how far I got. I'm pulling my own called colors, my own. I don't have these ones on a ring, otherwise it'd look a lot neater, I promise. But I'm subbing in my own flosses is what I'm trying to say, basically. So here we go. I like a lot of Emma. I hope y'all missed me because words are still hard. They're still complicated. Emma Congdon, something like that. Sorry if I mispronounce. I love a lot of her stuff. I have Seize the Day and Anchors Away. One is by Emma Congdon. Obviously, I like her a lot. Cross Stitcher August 2018. This is on 18 count Ada Black Ice. It was also in the winter box by Be Stitch Me. And the other one is called Anchors Away by Susan Bates, also in a Cross Stitcher magazine, March 2020, using the same fabric. I couldn't tell you which one's which. I think I know which one's which, but I'm not 100% because I started them both. I think this one is Anchors Away, and this one is Seize the Day. I think. There's my start on those. I had 1 day on Anchors Away. No, 2 days on Anchors Away and 1 day on Seize the Day. Jeez. Oh, good. Magazine's done. What is this next one? Oh, this next one is one of my Miras. This is Miss Dancing Flower. I started this one, camera, and ring light, because I introduced a ring light. Started this one on my good friend, Gabby's birthday. She wanted to start her first Mira, said I'd start one with her. So there's that. And there's the fabric. What are the deets? Let's see. Mirabilia Nora Corbett, 32 count Lugana Rainbow by Be Stitch Me. And I got 3 days in on this one, so got off to a really good start. Here we go. Gotta say, I'm loving the ring light. Those colors are pretty darn true. Let's see if I can bring you in for a closer look. I think I got a pretty decent start on this one, if I must say so myself. Here's that one. Again, don't want to hold too long, so I'm sorry if I'm kind of flashing things by. Not trying to flash people, just trying to, I got a lot. If you've been around for a minute, you know that my goal for this year was to start about, 500,000 projects. This one is Princess Eliana. Love this one as well. It's really hard having my camera on the wrong side because I can't see stuff very well. Okay, this one is on 32 count linen Ocean Blue by Be Stitch Me. And it looks like I also worked on this one for 3 days. Why do I have 2 of them in here? What's happening? Oh, that's Leilani. I haven't started that one. Just kidding. And you go this way. Okay, let's be real. I don't actually know which way is the top. I can't remember if it's that way or if it's that way, but as soon as I start stitching, I'll know. Oh, goodness gracious, ring light. Yes! You're killing it. Totally helping Linda out. Thank you so much. Because we all know Linda has a hard time focusing. And if you want to know who Linda is, in case you're new, Linda is my phone. Technology and I do not get along very well, nor very often. So her and I like to fight a little bit. That's Linda. This one here is Lady of the Flag. I started her on the 4th. I was very, very blessed and lucky in the fact that I had a friend who was looking out. She found this, she messaged me, and I said, please send it right away. So I got to start that on the 4th. And I'm doing this on 30 count linen called We the People by Primitive Hair. And I worked on this, just kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days. I actually had to order floss because I ran out. But let me just give you the entire fabric. So it's the We the People. And it goes all the way down. I'm almost at the bottom already. I think I have about 4 or 5 more rows down from here. I'll bring her in closer here in just a minute. And that is the actual bottom. Minus, I think there might be some beading and detailing down there. But for 6 days, I think I got pretty good progress in. Just kidding, throwing things. I even started a little bit on the cry neck over here, which you can actually see because ring light. Awesome. There's that. I think she looks beautiful. I'm super excited. Again, cannot wait to get back to her now that I have floss in stock again. Thank you, 1, 2, 3 stitch. Pandemic. I've been working on this one because the Suns are in the finals and they need to get their stuffs together. I almost inserted another word. Because we were up 2-0 and now we're down 3-2. So they need to get their butts in gear because they need to win this one. I'm just saying. Anyways. So I've been working on this every time we watch Suns game. This is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. I don't know why I stopped myself. I said it right the first time. This is Be Stitch Me 20 count Ada called Phoenix. And the floss is called Evil Queen. And it's all silk. And it's gorgeous. And I'm loving it. Loving every stitch. Am I showing you all the right way? I'm not. Let's try it the correct way. There we go. Maybe my animals will make more sense. Here we go. Love this so much. And I just realized it's like a little rabbit. I just stitched that in last night. when we were watching the game, and I really needed to stab fabric because there's a reason why I'm a huge, like, I love sports. But there's a reason why I don't watch sports. It brings my inner angry child out. And nobody likes the angry child. I have a hard time with it. Okay, moving on. That needs to go back in that bag as soon as I'm done. This is Epic Storybook Princess. I've been dying to start this one for quite some time by Clouds Factory. This is on 18 count Ada Night Sky by Bee Stitch Me, and I started this with my two girls, Izzy for her birthday, and my girl Bobby. We are ride or die. That's our new thing. Bobby and I, we are ride or die. This is massive. It's massive. That's the center. And I got just, oh, apparently I'm still stitching. I put it away for a minute. But that's where I'm at. I'm right in the center. I also may have ordered some, was I showing that to y'all at all? Because I can't see where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. Professionalism is not a thing here. So I can't apologize for something I'm incapable of doing. But there you go. I can't fold fabric either. This thing is huge. It's a yard. It's a yard of fabric. That was one day's worth of stitching. I was saying something and then I forgot. What were we talking about? Professionalism. My girl Bobby. Bobby and I are ride or die. Probably going to mention that in every video just so she remembers. I don't know what we were talking about. Let's keep going. This is Jonah's stocking. And it is of Grogu. It's really cute. It just got the little top end. I worked on this for one day. It looks like. I could have lied. Looks like. That's what I have written down. That's what I'm going with. So there's that. We have the Harry Potter Stained Glass by Turn on the Bright. This is on 28 count pre-grid Lugana. Whoa, just kidding. And 310. Can we just say 310, please? I may have mentioned in the last video about how I need to order the 500 grams, grams, I don't know. The biggest cone of DMC 310 you can find because I will use it in my lifetime and plus some. That's where I'm at. I started actually bringing in the blue. I think that's $9.39. No, it's not. $8.23. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter right now. That's where I'm at on that. And it looks like I worked on that one for 6 days so far. Severus Snape. This was from the Cross Stitch Salon. She's no longer there, unfortunately, so I am sorry. I've had quite a few people ask me about this pattern. This was 18 count Ada, and I actually found it at Goodwill. That's where I'm at with him, and it looks like I worked on him for 5 days. So, really see his face coming in, which is super awesome. Let's talk about something I just started not that long ago. This one here, and I actually have to be smart and fold it in a certain way, because I don't know how they feel about their... I did not think this through. Please hold. This is probably going to end up showing something somewhere, some way, because I'm not good at this game. Again, we just talked about not being a professional. This is called Let's Boardwalk. See if I can lift that real quick. And you can kind of see what I'm doing without seeing their name, because I'll show you the pattern here in just a minute. I'm changing all the colors. And I worked on this for 6 days so far, not including today. So 7 days if you want to include today. That is this one right here. It's called Let's Boardwalk by Ursula Michaels by Imaginating. Yes, Imaginating. Just checking. But I didn't want Ocean Beach there. So I changed it and put their last name and then put family over there. And I'm using all of Brandy's silks that I've gotten over the months and boxes and all that good stuff. So I'm stitching that for her. And I'm doing that on Wet Sand. This just came in the new box. And I'll see if I can smoosh this over here so you can't see the name. Because I'm actually really proud of how the family came out. That's one of her Brandy's variegated flosses. And this little sandcastle. Found him in a magazine. I squeezed him in because I thought he was cute. I don't know why it's a he. Everything's a he to me. I don't know why. Anyways. So that's where I'm at with that so far. I plan to get that finished, and then I do have another pattern that I have purchased. I'm not going to share all my purchases for the last 2 months because, y'all, I'm not going to say it's been a lot, but I'm not going to say it's not enough either. It's somewhere happy in between. Y'all have seen this shirt now for 3 videos in a row. It's because I'm recording them all at the same time. Okay, I think from here... we're going to pause. Oh, and I'm not going to show any hates because I just did a whip, not a whip parade. the rest of my mania. So if you want to see any of the hates that I started for Bat Mania, there's part 1 and part 2, which I just recorded. It's not up yet. It'll get there. We'll get there, slowly but surely. Let's just keep going. I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so more stuff, because I have stuff everywhere, literally. Like, if you rearrange the room, I have stuff everywhere. This was gifted to me by Miss Angie. Jeez Louise. I almost said Amber. That was wrong. Amber Meyer. She's here on FlosStube as well. Had to start that in honor of my kiddos. And the fact that we go see the Winnie the Pooh Christmas at the Valley Youth Theater thing here in Arizona. Anyways, it's called Tree Trimming. It was from a kit, so I'm using everything from the kit except for the fabric, and it was 18 count Ada bell bottoms from Color and Cotton from September 2019. And I worked on it for 3 days. Again, this was for another prompt. Here we go. Got a little bit of Tigger going on. A little bit of the tree. There are so many fractional stitches in this. I actually reconsidered possibly stitching it to a 28, but I'm good. I'm going to stick with it. Because I know I can do it on Ada. It's just easier if I can do it on an even weave. And I'm just going to shove all these things right back in here, so that way it's a little bit easier for me to clean up. This guy is Be Mine by Tilton Crafts, 18 count Ada. I have not touched this at all, I don't think. Nope, not even one day. Have nothing marked. All right, and this one I'm gonna have to, there's that, and kind of roll up a little bit. I was trying to work on the frame, get down to the bottom. That was my game plan. Still the game plan as far as I know, but my Stitchy Bug's doing all sorts of weird things, so I don't actually know what's going on. Again, I'm gonna have to keep saying it out loud so I don't forget. We're gonna have to talk about things at the end here. So I'm gonna try to keep this part as short and sweet as I possibly can. The husband's probably gonna kill me because there's a ton of editing to do. And not a lot of time for him to flash a bunch of photos. So there's that. This is a Maybe Your kit. This was gifted to me by Gia. She sent this to me as a, hey, try out the kits and tell me what you think. Why did I pull that out? I have no idea. This was a whole kit. These are stamped patterns. Jeez Louise, slow down. And this is called Cherry Blossom. It's on 14 count pre-printed Ada. And here we are. I'm right at the top. It's kind of hard to see because of the printing in the background, but these pink pieces here are the ones that I've stitched so far. And I did have someone reach out and ask, you know, how do you kind of get started and things like that. And I did promise Gia that I would go through with the other one that she sent me, which was Starry Night, and bust that kit open and do a stitch with me on that. And how I set up doesn't mean it's the right way or the wrong way. It's just the way I do it. Keep in mind these are new to me as well. This is the Moohoo stitch. The one that I found out way later is actually, I believe, Ann Stokes. This was a kit. My aunt got it for me for Christmas a couple years ago. I don't even think I have a card for this one because I kind of almost stopped wanting to work on it when I found out that I don't know if they have permission to use her art. But this is where I'm at. And I am going to finish it. I'm just not gonna promote it, if that makes sense. Because, again, my aunt doesn't know. I say mine, it was actually Jason's aunt. Doesn't matter, I claim her as my own. She just knew that I was into cross stitch and wanted to get me something nice. So there's that. Oh, sorry for that noise. It's my drawer being all, my hair is going to turn into a hot mess real soon. Technology Meltdown by Randall Spangler, 25 count Lugana. And I started this June of 2019. That's what that will look like. Also, you won't have to put up photos for everything. Not everything. Just most of them. Here's my starting point. Did I work on this year? Not yet. If I did, I didn't mark it down. But here's where I'm at. This one's actually 1/1 full cross. Not that I regret my decision, but I'm liking 2/1 tent. So much faster, but that's okay. I'm still enjoying the heck out of that one. I still love it. Oh, goodness. Nails on a chalkboard. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. It's so loud and annoying. Okay, you're just going to have to sit for a minute. We'll deal with you later. These are, I don't think I have ones for these either. I'm doing my own color conversions. These were the Stitch Rovia Quotes to Live By, I think is what it's called. This was the first one that I was working on. Hopefully you can see all that because I can barely see you. Doing my own color convert. Do I have a string hanging from there? Oh no, it's just a crease in the fabric. Doing 2 of these. I was originally doing these for my 2 daughters. My older ones, they've moved out now. Here's the second one. And then it was going to be for my daughter and her best friend, but they're no longer friends because, you know, teenage life. So now I'm going to go with Scarlett and her best friend. They've been besties since kindergarten, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stay that way because we're pretty much at their house every weekend. That's pretty much where we've been. Every weekend. This is, I just need to finish this bad boy. This is Bake Everything with Love. I bought this from Hobby Lobby. Don't worry, I no longer shop there. Artiste. For personal reasons, not for anything else other than that. Here we go. I am so close to a finish on that, y'all. Why am I not done? Why am I not done? The things we ask ourselves. Not done because I think I'm a little bitter with the company, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. This is another one called Gidge Angel. I bought this from Michelle way back when, before all the issues happened, or the issues became aware of. Anyways, I'm not talking about it. Gidge Angel, I have not worked on this one at all this year, but this was in honor of my mother. When Michelle put that up on D-Stash, I was like, me please, as quick as I possibly could. And here's where I've gotten on her so far. And I'm stitching this on 18 count. I didn't tell you what the last ones were either. It's called Nova by Be Stitch Me. It was February 2020 fabric of the month. There's that. And these two. The Bake Everything with Love was just from the kit. And I don't know which one's which, so I am sorry for that. One of them is, just kidding. These are both color and cotton 18 count Adas. One of them is Goldenrod and the other one's Caramel Latte. I'm not sure which one's which though. So there's that. Shove those in there. I'll fix that later because I don't want to hurt anyone's ears again because it hurts mine. This is Serenity and Endy by Tilton Crafts, 18 count Ada. I started this on February in 2019. I love this photo of them. And I stitched on it for one day, it looks like. So there was probably a prompt involved somewhere. Because that's what was determining what I was stitching and when, and so far I've gotten. You can see where I went from paper pattern to pattern keeper. You can see the difference. So there's that one. All the things, all the things. Let me just tell y'all, I am never going to be able to say ever in my lifetime that I'm bored. Ever. This one here is the Thomas Kincaid Dreams collection by MCG Textiles. It's this one here. If I'm going to be completely honest, I'm probably going to UFO this one. This is all from the kit. This is when I first started to learn how to stitch again because I thought I'd give it another go. I have stitches in here that are going in the wrong direction. They are, because I followed the instructions when I first started the project. I read the instructions, learned how to stitch, and for some reason when I came back to it, I had flipped the way I stitched. So the top of my leg is different on this project versus everything else. And quite honestly, I'm just not enjoying this one. I'm just not. Will I come back to it? I might, but I might end up just seeing if someone wants it, because it is like I don't even know if I want to sell it because it's highlighted, like it's all highlighted, and whoever wants this is going to have to understand that I was completely new, had no idea what I was doing, so all of the stitches are going in opposite directions depending on where you're looking at in the project. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Anyways, that's the only one I'm really thinking about. Like everything else I still am totally in love with. That's the only one that I'm thinking I might get rid of. This is the Mighty Samurai, and I think I have the photo somewhere. I don't know where I put it. It's obviously not in the bag. This is a Gold Dimensions kit. This was gifted to me by a lovely person in Australia. I didn't ask if I could say her name, so I won't. But this is 18 count Ada called Lotus by Be Stitch Me. It was August fabric of the month for 2020. I did not write down the year. I'm assuming it's 2020. Did I write it down on the tag? I don't have a tag. Anyways. Yep, this way. This is where I started. Again, probably another prompt. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to talk about all that as soon as we're done here. Nothing bad happened. I don't want anyone to panic. Nothing bad happened. There was no drama, no nothing. Just personal preference. This one is by far my oldest whip. It is the very first whip I ever started. This one is called the Magnificent Wizard, also a Gold Dimensions kit, because I thought I was so smart and knew what I was doing. Obviously I didn't. Here's where it's at. Y'all. I'm close. So close. For a minute there, I lost the pattern. Now I've lost the floss box. It's okay though. We'll figure it out. Am I in a rush to get that done? No, I'm not. It'll get done when it's ready to be done. When my brain says, okay, I've had enough. These ones are my first Hades that I ever started. This is Dragonkin. And I started this on August 1st, 2018. It's on Pre-Grid Ada. I bought this whole thing as a kit from Heaven and Earth Designs. And it's the one that has the coffee stains on it because my son, God bless him. Good thing I'm going to stitch right over it. Here's where I'm at. This is 18 count Ada, if I didn't say that already. And I'm coming down on that wing over there. So again, you can see paper, PK, pattern keeper. You can see where I went a little crazy. So these are my big monstrosity projects. They're massive. These are the ones that I joke with Kelly all the time, who's don't run with scissors. Just keep pulling fabric. Just keep pulling it up. It's beautiful. Just keep pulling. Just keep pulling. Everything's going to be fine. So there's that one. Now my hair's all a hot mess, but that's all right. It's cool. Everything's fine. I kind of miss the days of just throwing my hair up in a ponytail, not worrying about it. It's okay though. It's all good. I can still use a clip if I want to. Dragonkin. Next one is Mother of Dragon, and I started that one on November of 2018. It's also pre-grid. I also bought the kit for this one. This was before I was well aware that you should kit, and not should, but could, kit your own stuff. For me, it was just easier to order all the things from them. It is pretty pricey to do it that way though, just so you have a heads up in case you're wondering. It is pricey, but I think it's definitely well worth it because you don't have to source anything. You just order and wait for the package to arrive. There's that and that. So those go in there. Again, using my Sylvia Ward. Oh no, those go down there because I have projects everywhere. They're everywhere. This one here holds Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This was my New Year, New Start for this year. And 25 count, doing tent stitch. 2/1. That's where we're at so far. I have no idea how many pages it is, like where I'm at, because I take my page breaks off. This is another one that's going to be super massive with tons and tons of fabric. It's an entire yard, I think, with a 2-inch border. That's okay. There's that one. And the next one I have is Tiki Beach Sunset. This is 28 count pre-grid Lugana. This was a gift, and I started this on my anniversary, which was 4/7. We've been married 7 years. 7 years is good luck. So have to start an anniversary piece for that one, right? There we go. If there's any information that I'm not giving you that you must have, please let me know. But I am trying to do my best and be somewhat, kind of know what I'm doing by letting you know what fabric it is and all that good stuff. I hope I'm not giving the husband enough time to flash photos in between, so we're just going to have to suffer through, and you might have a lot of overlap and all that good stuff. Okay, there's that. Let me shove that guy back there. This was a beautiful gift. This bag, all the things. Beautiful bag, was made for me by our lovely Shelly, who is here on the YouTubes as Oh My Ada. Please go check her out. Beautiful card. Oh, I have to show you this though. Because I had to washi tape it. This is Shelly. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Just got all her information. She's gorgeous. I had to washi tape it so I have it with the card at all times. And her and I decided to start this one together. Tempting Tangles. The Quakers in Japan Quaker. Now, this one has some specialty stitches in it. And it kind of reads like a Chatelaine. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little intimidated, but it's going to be fine. Everything's fine. I do have a card. Just kidding. I must have worked on it only for the one day because I didn't mark it down. This is 28 count Lugana Be Stitch Me. That's all I wrote down. It's called Neptune because I didn't write that down because I'm a jerk. There you go. But it's Neptune. It was June 2021 fabric of the month. And because I switched over, I do have dangling threads. Let's see if I can. There we go. Just working in that top right corner. Left corner, technically. So I have the fan completely done. I have the little pair done. And now I'm working on the dragon with the clouds. So, again, another one I really want to get back to. Again, we will discuss all of that. If I keep saying it out loud, maybe I won't forget. Although, odds are not always in my favor. But anyways. And she also gifted me a beautiful pattern, which I have not worked on, but it's a third of the way done. It's of 3 faces. I thought I had that in here. I apparently moved it. I don't know where I put it. Trust me, Shelly, I promise it's here somewhere. I plan on doing it and finishing it. So there's that. And what's in here? This is, One Nation Under God by Twin Peak Primitives. This is on 28 count, Not Another Sampler Lugana by Stitch Me. And y'all, I'm doing this 1/1. 1/1. Because why? Because I'm a nerd. Here we go. It's going to be cute. I'm going to have to watch a lot of Ymir from Almond M&M Stitches. Almond M&M? I think that's what it is. She does like 56 count 1/1, so I can't cry or complain at all. I just need to watch and study her. I am changing all the colors in that to my own conversion of all the things. This last one here is Let Freedom Ring. I have the picture for that one. Here it is. This is by Leela Studio, because I'm mispronouncing that incorrectly this whole time. And that is this one. I saw Pam from Pam and Stuff Stitching on this. Had to have it. And here's where I'm at. I kept everything true to color so far except for this red. So I went to order Calico Kitty and I didn't like the way it looked. The house looks red to me. I'm just saying, the house looks red. The Calico Kitty, the 5 skeins that I ordered, I'm still working on this one, which is why it's on the Q-Snap. Looks like this. That's not red. It's like a rusty coppery brown color. And it was getting, I just didn't like the way it was stitching up. Let's just put it that way. So I'll figure out some other way to use those. That's fine. That's no big deal. But what I decided to use instead was Victorian Motto. Victorian Motto something or other. It's down here somewhere, I swear. That's Classic Colorworks. Victorian Motto Pioneer Red. From the last few orders that I had from them. I got a lot of reds in, so luckily for me, one of them worked, and that's what I'm using. So there's that one. Where are we at? 32. I guess I can just kind of slide this guy back. And y'all are going to kind of see my setup here just a little bit. 32. Shove these guys back in here. Because everything kind of sort of has a home. So I have 2 big drawers. You probably can't hear me right now because I'm talking with you behind me, so please hold. I have 2 big drawers in this desk. If you could see this one here, I have another one on the other side. Those 2 are all full. I have a basket down here that's full, and I have a cubby over here that's full. So let's just go through the cubby real quick. I already showed you that one. Let Freedom Ring. What does this one have? This one has Halloween Quaker, also by Leela Studio. Leela. I have to say it out loud. Leela. Okay. And I think, pretty sure I watched, because I'm super behind on my floss tubes, y'all. Super behind. Pretty sure Michelle finished it. I'm like 99.9% sure she finished hers. So that's what that one looks like. Here's where I'm at. I made a big boo-boo. The witch and I are not talking. We are not friends right now. I'm almost done though. My moon is not lining up. So I got to figure out where I went wrong. So I figure what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to come down on this side, start working down and around, and then I'll come back to the witch. But that's where I'm at. This is on 18 count Ada called Banshee by Stitch Me. Super excited. That one's so pretty. I cannot wait to get that one done and over with. This one is called Witchy Tea Time. This is also from a magazine. I think Kim Hollenbach was working on this one. So there's where I'm at on that. I don't know why that's not with my, it's probably because I've set it with the Halloween stuff. So Halloween Quaker so far is at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 days. Witchy Tea Time got the 1. This one's called Halloween Magic. This one also only got 1. And I think all I did was the frame. Yeah, and part of the moon. I think that's the moon. This one is on 18 count. Wait, Lila Studios on 18 count Banshee. Witchy Tea Time is on 16 count Ada by Color and Cotton called Buff. And this one is called, it's 18 count Ada Raven by the Stitch Me. It was in a Halloween box last year. So there's that one. Put all all these guys away. Let me just set this on top. I can fiddle forward with that later. This is a pattern that I was dying for, searching for. I found it on, I think it was Amazon, which I should have known better. The whole thing was a mistake. So I went onto Etsy, turned around, and ordered this from a Russian company. I've been dying to get this one. I love books. So there's that. I did not really get a big start on it. It was a measly start. But I just wanted to start it to say I started it. So on April 19th of this year, I got a start. Oops. And there we go. Oh, I actually have a little bit more over here. Just kidding. That's where I'm at. I do plan on stitching the entire background. So I am using this all from the kit. This is 14 count Aida, but for 18. But you know, at this point, I wasn't going to be choosy. It's fine. Everything's fine. So there's that. I got one day in on that because I was just excited to be able to say that I was able to start it. So there's that guy. Shove that guy back in there. Maybe. Nice and neat. This one, oh, so this, I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this. This is Sunset Needlepoint, Spirit of the Wolf. I want to do this for one of my, my kids had this teacher, and she is Native American, and I thought maybe she would like this one, and if not, then I totally understand. However, I started it, oh, I did rip it all back out, just kidding. I started it, and then I had to rip it all back out because I did this whole thing wrong, and the print isn't perfect, and like the things are confusing. It's very confusing. I wish there were more tutorials on how to work with these kits. So I did start that one. Obviously, I did not get that far because I started it and then I pulled it out. That one I can't show you. It's a super secret stitch. That one's Robin Williams. It's not started yet. That's my Shadow Lane. This is Scarlet Stocking. It's going to be Harry Potter themed. So there's that. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, y'all, I mixed y'all up. So the last one I showed you that I said was Jonah Stocking was not Jonah Stocking. That was Scarlet Stocking. This one's Jonah Stocking because here's the Grinch's finger that's holding up the Grogu. Just kidding. Does it really matter though? Stocking's a stocking, right? We'll know which one's which as far as we get there. As soon as we get there. Let me shove these back in here because it's going to take a whole lot of $7.94. And then I got my little guys. So this one, because I got this idea from Sammy J, because she's awesome. I don't have any cards for this one though. This is the Alice in Wonderland by Owl Forest Embroidery. I'm on part 3. I did not finish part 3. And now I think part 4 and 5 are released. So I am behind. I do want to pull this one back out. So it's definitely coming back out because I do want to get caught back up on it. But I loved Sammy J's idea of these little bags because they're just so cute. And I thought, you know what? I could use them. I don't have a lot of little ones, but I do have some. And I pulled my own floss for that. It was 14 colors. Kind of went with my own thing and did my own thing with it. So there we go. So it might stay 14 colors. It might change. Who knows? Let's see. What's this one? This one is Magic is on the Way. Whoops. Just kidding. Be gentle. And this is where I'm at on this. I remember this being Lola Lotta Shop on Etsy. It's a mouthful. But that's where I'm at on that. Got the stairway going. You can hear the family yelling. I don't know what's going on, but one of the kids stopped in. I ignored her. I'm assuming no one's dead, so it's fine. I can hear people screaming. I've heard all 3 members of my family screaming, so everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. Let's go to this one. This one is... yes. This is Metallica Flame Skull by BDI Design. It's on Be Stitch Me Dirty Chalkboard, 18 count Aida. And this is the one that's going to look like the American flag. That's where I'm at. It's not a very big start, but it was a start, again, with the prompts. I don't want to say that I'm panicking, but I am slightly a little concerned. But it was Scarlet, and she's been a little bit of a drama queen lately. So, I don't know what's going on. Oh no, my fabric's stuck. Don't do it. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Okay, cool. Let me just grab the rest of these guys out. What is this one? I think this is the other one. This is the Metallica Flaming Skull. Also by BDI Designs, 28 count, pre-grid Lucana. It's all 310, y'all. It's all 310. Telling you, I need 2 of those big, big cones. And I'll use them. All. All of it. All of it. Is that bad? Pretty sure it's bad. It's okay, though. I like dark stuff. It's fine. This is who was known as Baby Yoda, who's now Grogu. This was also the Cross Stitch Salon, who's no longer there. 28 count pre-grid Lucana, and that's where I'm at. Isn't he cute? You can even see who it is. It's adorable. He's holding his little mug. Gotta get back to this one. Just a few more. Just a few more, and then hopefully my memory, my battery, all that good stuff will stay alive. This one is the Game of Thrones chair, also by the Cross Stitch Salon. 28 count pre-grid Lucana. It's just the throne chair. You can kind of see the knives starting to come through. Worked on that one for quite a few days, it looks like. There's that. And then we have Funny Moment. This was by Valentina Stitch Shop on Etsy. 28 count pre-grid Lugana. Y'all, that's as big as it's going to be. That's how wide, that's how tall. It's cute. It's going to go in a little picture frame. And it might just stay out all year round. It doesn't have to be just for Christmas, right? Love Olaf 24/7. He's adorable. This one is the Grim Reaper. The husband saw this on Stitching Jules channel. She finished hers finally. He said he loved it. He wanted it. So I started it. This was my living room project for quite a while. This is 28 count pre-grid Lugana as well. And I think this one is done by Pain Free Crafts. I don't have the paperwork anywhere because, started it in the living room. Which means all paperwork was upstairs. And this one isn't started yet, so I don't have to worry about that. There we go. Y'all, I think we got through them all. I'm pretty sure we got through all my projects. It only took almost 42 minutes to get through it all. I think that's everything. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Let me hit pause, make sure everyone's still alive. I'll be right back. We'll do some updates. And we're back yet again. Hopefully that'll be the last interruption. I usually don't get interruptions. My kids are usually really good about knowing that I'm recording and just doing what they need to do. Anyways, so let's talk life. What's happening? Why is it taking me so long to get back? Quite a few things played a factor. So first off, the last weekend of May going into June, my kids were out of school. We decided to take a 3-day weekend, head up to, I have to remember cameras over there, head up to San Pedro to go visit the in-laws, his sister and her husband and their 3 daughters. That was a fantastic time. We haven't seen them really much for the entire time that Jason and I have been together, quite honestly. We've been together going on 15 years in October, but her husband was in the military. He was a Marine, so they were kind of shipped all over. When he and I first really got together, I don't really know, there was a lot of family drama. So, they didn't really visit any of the family on Jason's side. And then they were shipped to Okinawa, and then they came back, and I think they were in Texas, then they went to Florida, then they went back to Okinawa for a different job thing, and then they ended up in California a couple of times, and so it was kind of like we never really got to see them. So the fact that we got to go see them for 3 days and really just kind of hunker down and get to know them as people has been amazing. My sister-in-law and I have gotten really close over these last few months, especially because of the fact that her and I are both now coaches for the health plan that we are doing, and I'm just growing and learning a lot from her, and I'm so grateful for her. I don't know if she watches. I know she said she watches some of my videos, so if she does, hi Sarah! But just to kind of help build each other up and, stack the strong boulders that we need just for each other to be just strong women and demonstrate for our children, because we both have girls, kind of the roller coasters that we go through. Because, that's just life in general, right? You go up, you go down, you have good times, you have bad times. After that, we came back, and the following weekend, we found out that Jason's grandmother was ill. She was in the hospital. So we were told that if we wanted to say our goodbyes, we needed to do so then. And so we went up on Saturday to go visit with her. Unfortunately, Scarlett could not go, which was kind of heartbreaking. It's truly and honestly, I'm grateful. But it was a little rough, but it was truly the first time that, COVID impacted my immediate family. I've had some family members who have had COVID, who thankfully recovered well. But it was the first time my immediate little family in this house was truly impacted by COVID. And so that kind of, that hurt. She did pass that following Monday. So we were kind of trying to help where we could as just extra hands, when and where we could with things that the family needed help with. And then that weekend, we were kind of trying to help figure out where things were going from her apartment that she was living in. She was a senior citizen living, and trying to get all that squared away. That following Monday was her funeral. We did our very first family gathering since the whole COVID thing. And it was really nice. It was really awesome to actually just hug people and just, if there was anything Grandma Annie would have wanted, it was family together. That was her biggest thing. So the fact that we were able to do that and celebrate her in that way was fantastic. The following weekend was when we finally kind of got down into gear, last nitty bits of stuff that was in our house, furniture being moved, things like that, getting the entire house prepped and cleaned up completely. So we spent Saturday and Sunday that third weekend in June helping out there. And I think Mom was able to turn in the keys on that following Monday so they could stop, paying the rent for it and things like that. The following weekend, it was 4th of July weekend. We spent the day with a good family friend of ours, which was the same friend I was talking about earlier. That Scarlett's friend, they've been friends since kindergarten. And now their mom and dad are actually really close to us because her dad is my husband's writing buddy. So they're besties. And the mom is a teacher at the school, so her and I know each other really well through that. So we're just kind of two families that have really bonded well together. Poor Jonah, he's still the only boy because they have 3 girls. So he's still the only boy between the two families. So that's been really nice because Jason and I we've never really truly had that where it was another family with children that we just really blended and meshed well with. So we celebrate a lot of things with them. We've been doing a lot of weekends with them. Last weekend we went to the lake because they purchased a boat, and that was my first time on a boat. That was my son's first time on the boat. My son has a fear of water, especially if he doesn't know where the bottom is. So the fact that we were able to take him out and he did a life jacket, he actually jumped in the lake, was super awesome and exciting. And so I don't want to say we're super excited to go out and do that again because that was a lot of work, but we can't wait to do it again. This last weekend, as in today's Sunday, so Friday, 2 days ago, was Meet the Teacher night. So we went and met the teachers, and let me just tell you, my kids have been out of school for a year and a half, away from in-person school for a year and a half. They've been doing online, and you don't realize, how much your kids have an impact on staff or on students or just on people in general until, unfortunately, a situation like this comes along, and my little family, my husband, myself, my 2 kids, were walking through the hallway, and we could hear teachers yelling, "Oh my gosh, the Taylors are back!" I had teachers come running up to me and throw their arms around me and give me hugs, and "Oh my God, where have you been? I missed you so much." Because I am PTO president. I know, weird, shocker, but it's okay. So I'm PTO president, so a lot of the staff know me. A lot of the staff know my daughter Scarlett, because my daughter Scarlett is very ambitious. She has very high goals, and she's into everything she can get into in a positive manner. So she's really excited to get back into school because she wants to really hone in and focus on student council and the bully awareness committee that she started, and possibly trying to see if it's a thing that they can turn into a foundation that schools can kind of use and nurture all states. She came up with this concept in the 2nd grade. So she's going into 6th. A lot more things have opened up to her where she can actually do electives. She's in choir and band this year, we found out, so she's super stoked. She's not sure if she wants to stick with trumpet, but that's what we're starting with. She kind of wants to go alto saxophone or flute. I don't know. The girl's got a lot of dreams, and I'm just going to let her keep going. You got the energy for it. Keep going. Just keep going. I'm behind you 100%. We've also been told that she wants to do every sport in season. I'm not quite sure where she's getting all the time from, but it's fine. It's fine. My son wants to do all sports as well. He is in the STEM program, and he's also in the multimedia, I think it's called multimedia building class. So basically he's going to learn the steps to doing multimedia. So it might not just be the husband editing videos. Soon the son might be helping out, which might be cool because it's something else that those two can bond over. They start school this Wednesday. We're here. The summer's over, y'all. It's over. They're going back in person, so I'm hoping that's going to open up some time for me to be able to do the things that I want to do without interruptions-ish. The husband's still home, so him and I still talk throughout the day or whatever. But it's going to be weird not having my kids. My kids aren't going to be using my desk anymore. My desk is going to be used for diamond painting. So I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of things that I have racking around in my brain right now. All the things that I want to do. I'd like to get back into my Stitch With Me's. I'd love to get back into regular weekly updates. Possibly even doing diamond paintings. I'm not a pro. I'm not good at it. It's just another hobby that I do that I enjoy doing. You're probably not going to see a lot of that on my channel, but if I feel like doing it, it might be just something I throw up once a month or once a week or whatever. The other thing is that I want to talk about the prompts. So I kept saying prompts throughout the entire WIP parade. So my Stitchy bug, as soon as we left in June, I finished off Mania, and I think I finished off pretty strong, I think. However, when we got home, something changed mentally. And again, it's nothing bad. I still love and adore every person who is involved, who is an admin, who has created, who still creates all the different things and fun things that they do for Full Coverage Fanatics, Semi-Sane Stitchers, and Magical Stitches. Those are my first three loves. I love them all. I still love them all. I'm not saying that I am done completely. I'm saying that I'm done for now. In talking to one of my friends, and I've shouted her out enough times, so hopefully she knows just by me saying that she knows who I'm talking to. I kind of realized that my stitchy bug just wants to stitch. So I'm not focusing on how many stitches I'm doing per day. I'm not even tracking that for myself anymore. Because I just honestly at this point I don't care. I just want to stitch. And if I want to stitch on something for 5 days straight, then that's where my bug is, and that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stitch for 5 days straight. Which in turn means my floss tubes either might be super short, or I'm going to do them monthly. So for those of you who hung out for almost an hour, I'm going to let you determine what I do. Should I just go ahead and still continue, or try to get back into, I should say, because I have not continued. Should I still try for once a week, even if I've only stitched on one thing? Or should I wait for the monthly update? I'm not sure where I want to go with that. Only because, like I said, my stitchy bug right now, it is on fire. If you saw Lady of the Flag, which I showed it at some point throughout this whole hoopla of stuff, I started on the 4th and I stopped on the 9th, which gave me a total of 6 days. And I have about a quarter of it done already. Like, done. My stitchy bug wants to go where it wants to go. I don't want to stop every 200 stitches to take a start and an end photo. I know I could do the cabins for 2,000, but I really, at this point, I just honestly don't even want to count. I just want to stitch. I think last year, the prompts and the groups helped me out tremendously to get creative, because I did no new starts, which meant I couldn't just grab something new to start it, to make it fit a prompt. I didn't do that this year either. It wasn't like I went out of my way just to find something that would fit, just to start something. I did a couple, I think like 2 or 3 projects I may have done that, and I think those were for magazines. But I still like the patterns, I'll still finish them. But right now my stitchy bug is just, I just want to stitch. And so that's what I'm going to do. So again, if you've made it this far, please let me know. Do I do one once a week even though it might only be 5 minutes long? Or do I do once a month and cram everything into one update? Let me know what you think. That's kind of where I'm at right now mentally. I just want to stitch. I don't want to count. I don't want to start and stop photos. I don't want to do any of that right now. I just want to stitch. And I don't think I should feel bad about that. I kind of do though, because I feel like I'm letting people down in the groups that were super excited that I was there, because I am a stay-at-home mom. I am very blessed in that avenue, and the fact that I get to stay home, I get to sit on my butt, and I get to stitch all the time. The other thing is, you may have noticed, or you may not have, that's okay too, I'm down 27 pounds. Y'all, I'm so excited. In October 6th, I'm going to see my doctor, my physician, and pray and hope that A1C number checks out, that my triglycerides are down, my high cholesterol is down, because it wasn't high enough to where I needed medication, but I was borderline heading in that direction, so I'm hoping that's gone. I'm honestly hoping that one of my diabetic medications will disappear. That would be fantastic. I'm hoping not to have to poke myself 3 times a day, which I know I should be grateful that 3 times is not that many compared to some. But I'm hoping that I won't have to check my blood sugar 3 times a day, because it's really annoying when you have to poke yourself and then you're stitching in hand, which that's another thing I've been doing a lot lately. I don't know what that's all about. I'm enjoying it. Never thought I would stitch in hand, much less on 28 count, even weave, but that's my new fabric of the month. I have all my fabrics up here now. I don't know how to point this way. Whoop. There we go. I also had a couple finishes. I can't believe I didn't show that. Please hold. I'm going to have to stand up for a minute. Okay, here we go. Sorry. I'm so sorry if you got a shot of the tuchus. I started Anne Frank on the 12th of June, and I finished it on the 22nd. This was color and cotton, I believe, called Bell Bottoms, 18 count Ada. I also did my own, nope, I'm lying. I did not do my own color conversion. I left it as is, except for the collar. I did change the collar to B5200 because I felt like the collar wasn't popping as it should have. So there's that one. And Bygone stitches. Y'all, it's done. What? It's finished. I put in my last few stitches with the ladies that I do Zoom night with. Oh, I guess I should have mentioned all of that. Well, if you're still here, I mean, you must like me enough. I have a join membership where it's $1.99. You get photos every day, which to all y'all, I am super sorry. I have not been posting photos. I need to get back into that because I owe y'all. The second tier is $4.99, and I think what we're going to change that to is 2 Zooms a month. And the third tier, which is $9.99, is basically going to be the 4 Zooms a month. I just can't remember to pull out my camera to record random stuff. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I just can never remember. And then after we do it, I'm like, oh, I should have recorded that for the random, and then it's too late. But anyways, there we are. So I finished that with my ladies through the Zoom. I did take Nevada, because that is my home state. It's where I was born and raised, Las Vegas, Nevada. And hopefully you'll be able to see it-ish. It's in silver. I use the diamond, the new one that, you know, everyone's raving about at Michael's. And I put my signature down here in the bottom. That's what we all agreed would be best. Oops. So right down there in the silver, I put my A221. There we go. She's all done. I'm super excited. Janet Jabber will be so proud. Okay. Hopefully you're not seeing too much of my tush. There we go. There we go. So those are all my finishes, by the way. Just decided, the husband took a curtain rod and hung it up there. Bought some cheap little plastic hangers that I can turn the heads on. So all my finishes are starting from Miss Cherry Blossom over, and these are all unused. Nope, that's a lie. From this one over, that's a finish. So from here over, those are all my fabrics that I get to choose from to play with, to use, so I can see what I have in stash. Yeah, so that's it. I think that's it. Did I mention anything else? Color Street. I do have a Color Street party. Got the new sets in, y'all. Got the new sets. I'm wearing this one right now. It's called Cherry Picked. However, it looks a little pink because I may have just dyed my hair. Anywho, there's flamingos. That's cute. Let's throw it that way. Let me just flip all these upside down. Cotton Candy Swirl. Love that one. Pinball Queen. Come on. That's great. Main Squeeze. Love that. Pop It Like It's Hot. Love, love, love that one. Tutti Frutti. Anybody hear James Brown just now? Very Sweet. And Throwing Shade. Oh my gosh, I love that one so much. So those are some new releases. They have been releasing a lot of new stuff. Oh, it feels almost like bi-weekly. Also, big announcement to anyone. Oh my gosh, I don't know if anyone's even still here. Canada. Y'all, in August 9th, I think, is the final hoorah, we're going into Canada with Color Street. It is about time. It's about time. So, I think I've said everything. I'm pretty sure I've said everything. If not, I would tell y'all that I'm going to make a note of it, but I'll probably lose that note. Let's just be real. Anyways, so 27 pounds down. I'm feeling great. Energy levels are awesome. I'm not doing naps, which is fantastic, because before when I was doing naps, it was an extra hour to 3 hours out of my day that I lost out because I was too busy sleeping in this chair. I was sleeping. But now every once in a blue moon, I'll need a nap. But to finally be able to take a 15-minute power nap and it be enough is weird. Weird. I've never been able to take a 15-minute power nap. Y'all, my hair is driving me nuts. It's super hot. Super hot. We had massive storms come through 2 days in a row. Took out like 80% of our trees, literally. And then I think last Friday night we had a little bit of a storm. It wasn't as bad though. It was just a little bit of crackling noises with the thunder. Lightning came down a couple of times. It wasn't too bad. And all the rest of the trees that are still standing, thank goodness. I did put a clip of that in my YouTube channel somewhere, just to let y'all know what was going on. Is that it? I think that's it. Yesterday was 2 years from my mom passing. We started a Betty Boop puzzle in her honor. I got my Betty Boop shirt on. That was hers, because I'm actually small enough to wear it now, which is super exciting. So yeah, other than that, I mean, we're doing great. We're doing fine. We've just been super busy. It's weird to be busy again. And I think, again, going back to why I haven't recorded, where I've been, all that stuff, I think I'm realizing that as an introvert, having to be an extrovert is way more tiring than I thought it was. I didn't realize how tiring it is for me mentally and emotionally to be extroverted when I need to be. Does that make sense? Because I'm an introverted extrovert. Like I do well in this situation, in the scenario. I'm a people talker. Like I could talk, obviously, I could talk your ear off. But it's the getting me there part that really sucks. It's really hard. I lose a lot of sleep at night knowing that I have to go somewhere the next day. So socializing pretty much every single weekend since the beginning of June, I was mentally worn out and I was just physically exhausted. And not that I was tired, not that I was needing naps. Like I was still stitching. I was still motivated. I just couldn't talk anymore. So, I would sit down on Sunday and go, okay, it's time to record. And I'm just like, I can't. I just mentally can't. I've got nothing. I've got nothing left in the tank. So, now with us going back to school, I think with it becoming more of a routine and the fact that I've been doing it every weekend, kind of preparing myself for back to school, I think that I should be okay. Like I said, I'm hoping to start recording when the kids are in school. Like I've learned, if COVID has taught me anything, it is that things can change on a dime. Like they can change super fast. And I don't ever want to take for granted the fact that my kids are back in school. I spent a lot of time while they were in school prior years to just being exhausted, getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning and dropping them off at school, coming back, sitting out and taking a nap basically until they got off school. I'm not that tired anymore. I have energy. I'm getting up at 7 a.m. even on the weekends. Weird. I know. I mean, for me, sleeping in now is like 8:30, which before sleeping in was like noon, 1 o'clock. Just saying. I'm not staying up all night like I used to. I could if I allowed myself to, but I try not to. I try to make sure that I'm in bed no later than midnight and I read a book until I fall asleep. So my sleeping habits are improving. My mental health is improving. Physically, I'm obviously improving. Medically, fingers crossed, I'm improving. So, I mean, come around full circle, everything's going in the right direction. And now I just need to build my stamina back up, I guess, is maybe the easiest way to say that. Maybe not the proper way to say it, but the easiest way to say it. Of being able to chit-chat again and being able to do it consistently on a daily basis. So that's where we're at. On that note, my phone just flashed me a message and said it was time to eat. So I gotta go eat. And I will see you all in the next one. Again, I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to wait until the end of the month and show you where I'm at and then just do monthly, or if I'm going to go week to week and they're either going to be super short or they're going to be super long like this one. We'll see how it goes. But on that note, I'm going to bid you adieu. Say farewell, stay random, don't kiss your projects, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!